His pace slows once he realizes I'm following him. As I close the distance, I try to make conversation. It's, kind of messed up that Death is making you carry all these coins into the morgue. Morgue. We're walking together now. He blinks at me. Oh, right. You're new. What do you see this place as, Ash? What do I see it as? Well, it kind of reminds me of a hospital, so that makes sense. It's a hospital, right? Oh, interesting. So that's why there's a morgue. I'm confused by what he's asking me. Do we all see this place differently? For me, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind telling you. This place looks like the rehab facility I was sent to in my early 20s. I was only there for a short time, but it left an impression, I guess. Rehab? We each pick up the next stack of coins. Yeah, I partied pretty hard back in college. I mean, I thought that's what you're supposed to do in college. Anyway, it got so bad my family sent me to rehab for a bit. I've been sober ever since. Huh? I have no idea how to respond. It's so far out of my own experience that I can't imagine what it must have been like at all. Were you in college, Ash, before you got here? You're not still in high school, are you? No, I've been in the hospital since I was a teenager. I didn't actually get to go to high school. Oh, that's so sad. Sorry. We reach the morgue again and walk back inside. Scarlet doesn't bother us this time. Celadon and I place our coins down, ready to head back out for more. Before we leave, I reconsider this morgue. This room looks different to Celadon, and to Scarlet too. She told me before that this isn't a hospital. I wonder what it looks like to her. It's not really a morgue. It's a lot easier to push down the anxiety I feel about being in here. This is all made up. It's set dressing. Even the coins we're carrying aren't real. Maybe I'll wake up soon and realize it was a dream all along. Stack by stack, we carry away the coins in the hall until there are none left. When I offered to help him, I didn't think I'd get so into it. But the work was meditative and helped keep my mind off things. I'm here because I died. I haven't been able to process that yet. I just dove into helping this stranger with his trial, a trial I don't know anything about. I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to keep focusing on the task at hand. But his trial will be over soon, and death will come to pass judgment. That's how this works, isn't it? Sure enough, as we carry in the last of the coins, we're greeted by death. A hooded figure carrying a scythe, their face hidden by a mask. The sight of them startles me, but I take care not to drop any of Celadon's coins. She's young, she doesn't belong here. Scarlet must be bargaining for my soul like we talked about. It's nice of her to do that, even though I was busy helping Celadon instead. She fits in pretty well as far as I can see. Death stares in my direction. Are they watching me? I can't tell with the mask. Do you think we have time for one more trip up the elevator? Celadon looks antsy. I'm not sure what he's worried about, though. We already brought so many coins. This is enough, isn't it? Maybe, but one last trip wouldn't hurt. Looks like he's asking my permission. Death walks over to us before I can respond. Time's up, Donnie. Donnie, that's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. Only my mom calls me Donnie. Scarlet strides over to us, indignant. Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule's full, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow or I'm busy. Just tell him he failed and get it over with already. But please don't do that. I worked really hard. So the trial really is over now? Excuse me. They all turn to face me at once. I'm a little surprised they listen and massively uncomfortable with the attention. Are you really going to check through every coin? Not just check them. There's a hint of a smirk in their voice. I'm going to flip them. Flip? And there's the catch. For every coin you brought, we're going to play heads or tails. If any of them land on tails, you lose. No way, that's fucked. That is fucked. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's not right. I thought I just had to place them here face up. Flipping every single one, that's impossible. What are the odds of getting heads so many times in a row? 50-50 for each coin. That's technically possible, right? Not gonna happen. Ooh, we want to continue being kind of supportive, but you know, that's some pretty rough odds. It's technically possible, right? It'd take a miracle, but there's still technically a chance you could pass. If I had that kind of luck, I would have won the lottery by now. Don't bother getting his hopes up, Ashley. It always turns out like this. I can't help but feel a little responsible for increasing his burden. Not that removing my contributions would have changed this outcome. Death flips the first coin. Heads. They pick up the next one. Oh, heads again. They're definitely taking pleasure in this. Celadon cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. The third coin lands on heads, and then a fourth. He watches the results, unable to speak, but it can't go on forever. In fact, it might be set up to make him start to think he has a chance, only for Death to take that away. Just a coin flip, but they managed to turn it into immense psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have given him better odds, but then would he fail for not meeting the minimum requirement? I see why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. The coin flips pause and Death turns to me. Hey Ashley, heads or tails? Scarlet, tails. I wasn't asking you. Death wants me to call it. Heads. Scarlet shoots me a look, but I don't budge. I have to stand up to Death somehow. They flip the coin. Tails, you lose, Celadon. Come on, that's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he might cry, which is probably Death's aim with this. Crushing his spirit, giving him hope, only to snuff it right back out. What do they gain from toying with people like that? Celadon has done a lot of these, right? I can't stop myself from speaking up. The situation is too unfair. Yeah? So why can't you just release his soul already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts their scythe like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react as my eyes follow them. I can only think of how the ceiling is higher up than I realized. They drift to a stop, then grasp the handle of one of the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? It's not a real morgue, but there could still be actual bodies in there. And why hadn't I noticed that this room looks infinitely tall until now? The metal door swings open and the long drawer slides out. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it seems to be lined with rows upon rows of hourglasses? His is in here. What are those? The countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown. Why is this the first time I'm hearing of a countdown? You never asked. Oh, like you'd have told me. This is how long you have left to live. The sand in the small hourglass falls steadily down, a human life measured in grains of sand. Nice try, we're already dead. Not quite. Celadon stares at the ground, wringing his hands. What do you mean? Death descends again, Celadon's hourglass in hand. Want to see what happens when I turn this over? They say it in a teasing voice, like it's a game to them. This is someone's life. No, Celadon says what we must all be thinking. But it's cool, check it out. Death flips the hourglass over. We all expect the sand inside to reverse direction, but it doesn't. It continues falling upward, defying gravity. This is how long we have left to live, meaning we are still alive. And maybe because we're still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlet said she'd been here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? Scarlet lets out an incredulous huff. So you're just going to torture him until his time runs out? We release him once it gets down to the wire, or let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable. We're still alive, even though this is the afterlife? Didn't Scarlet tell you? I looked at Scarlet, but she's already stormed away. She taps her foot, facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died a social death. Y'all ended up here because you're miserable losers. I want to laugh, but it'd be messed up if I did, you know? Because, like, it is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. But it's also incredibly fucked. I don't know how to feel about this. I follow Celadon back to the elevator and up to the ground floor. He holds his hourglass, tapping on it gently, but it does nothing to stop the flow of the sand. We aren't dead yet, but we could die soon. Unless death decides to release our souls. Let us revive. We need to pass a trial to do that, as far as I understand it. But the trials are designed to waste our time. Is it a trick then? Is there some other way to overcome this? I don't have enough information. I need to find out more about the rules of this place. Celadon breaks me out of my thoughts and brings me back to the present. Thanks for helping me earlier. No problem. Sorry for not telling you sooner about the social death thing. That's okay, it'd be a weird thing to explain, right? Yeah, so weird. Since he was here before Scarlet, he must know a lot more about this place than she does. Maybe sticking with him was the right call. I can ask him all sorts of things. The person to talk to? I feel like we should go straight to the source, you know? Go straight to the source, ask what's up. It seems like Death is like very open with everything. We did piss off Scarlet earlier. And it does seem like Celadon knows a bit. Death, well, Death is just a tricky asshole from the seams of it. I don't know which one to do. Part of me wants to ask Death, part of me wants to go find Scarlet, and part of me wants to chat with Celadon. What? Oh, I went back. Okay. I accidentally hit a button. Yeah, Celadon's the nicest guy here. He's not intimidating like the others. Hey, let's talk. Huh? Sure, Ash. Is there something in particular you wanted to talk about? Everything that happened, I guess. Yeah, how are you feeling after all that? Probably a lot to take in, huh? Death called us miserable losers. A little harsh, right? Yeah, I'm not really miserable, but they're right about me not having any friends. Well, I'll be your friend. You helped me out after all. I'm struck by his warmth. He seems so genuine. Can I call you Donnie? Please, anything but that. We share a laugh and continue chatting. I tell him about myself. How most of my life has revolved around my illness, being hospitalized. How I hadn't had any visitors in over a year. That must have been what marked my social death. My family, everyone, I was dead to them. It hurts to think about, so I changed the subject. What was your life like? How long have you been here? You know, I'm not really sure how long it's been. Scarlet's the only one with a watch. Oop. You know, I'm not really sure how long it's been, so I was only with a watch. And it doesn't get darker. The days must really blend together, huh? It's probably been a few years. Could you ask Death to find out? They don't like me very much. He sits in one of the chairs, and I take the one beside him. My life before this was, I don't know. I ran my own business. I had a wife. I thought my family cared about me. But I went into debt. No matter how much effort I put into my job, I just sunk deeper and deeper. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do. Working hard, hustling, you know. His breath grows unsteady. I don't know what to say, so I keep listening. When she handed me the divorce papers, I thought, great, now I can spend more time selling products. My whole family stopped talking to me. Don't know what I did wrong. Those products help people, but my mom called it a scam. But it's not a scam. They're health supplements. I use them myself. If you have enough people in your downline, you can make thousands of dollars a week. You just have to keep recruiting. Oh, he was in a pyramid scheme. Like, big time. And it's fun. You get to work from home and talk to people you never would have talked to before. It's the kind of work you could even do from a hospital bed. Heck, you might feel better if you take them yourself. Health supplements. The company is called You Thrive. Get it? Because it makes you thrive? His mood changed really suddenly. I've never really heard of this company, but it sounds important to him. Ash, when we get out of here, I'll send you the sample kit. You can try it for yourself. That's okay. I shouldn't be taking supplements without my doctor's permission. That's what's great about You Thrive. It doesn't interfere with any medication. It just boosts your immune system along with many other benefits. This is getting weird. Why is he giving me a sales pitch when we might be stuck in the afterlife forever? Celadon, I'm healthy, so it didn't make any sense that I'd die. And now he seems back to normal. So the social death thing, that must be it, because no one talks to me anymore. They all blocked my number. Did he scare everyone off with how intense he is about his job? That's pretty sad. Well, at least we have each other, right? We're not friendless losers anymore. Selden smiles at me and then takes his hourglass from his pocket. He stares down at it with great sadness in his eyes. The years he spent here doing Death's impossible trials, that must have taken its toll on him. Beneath this friendly exterior is a man on the verge of breaking. I pat his back, not knowing what else to do. If he was to revive, would he be able to make new friends? Would I? Maybe I can give him a bit of hope. Hey, let's help each other. Huh? The thing about a social life is, it starts as soon as you make even one friend. And we're friends now, so when we get out of here, all we have to do is stay friends in the real world. Ash. Just when I was wondering what would happen if I broke this thing. He slips his hourglass back in his pocket. Thank you, I'll do my best to pass the next trial. This... I just, like, really don't know how to feel about this. Like, this is weird. Saying goodbye to Celadon, I decided to look around on my own for a while. Where should I go? Back to my room? The morgue? I guess we could... I'm only saving all these just in case one of these choices leads to us just a game over without an ending. Let's go to the morgue. I might as well ask Death for more information on this hourglass stuff. I still myself and press the button labeled B2. When the elevator doors open, Death's size drops in through the small gap like a guillotine. The blade sticks in the floor, set a couple inches deep. It takes me a moment to register what happened. Thank God I wasn't standing there. Once the doors finally open, they jostle the handle and swing their weapon back over their shoulder casually. I've been expecting you. To kill me? Nah, wanna hang out? You're not gonna swing your scythe at me anymore, right? Don't be such a baby. Follow me. Like I have a choice. Death brings me back to the morgue, but the atmosphere has completely changed. No way, are we going to game with Death? That sounds awesome. Is this a different room? It's my room. How do you deck it out so fast? This place looks extremely lived in, from the half-eaten bags of snacks on the floor to the controller scattered near the beanbag chair. Magic, don't worry about it. Right, I should know better than to ask, considering I've also seen them fly. The big screen TV catches my attention. There's a tantalizing lineup of all the latest game consoles below it. Are we gonna play video games or something? Ooh, sorry for the burp. I'm getting a little excited now. The only games I had in the hospital were on my favorite childhood handheld. Death strides over to the controllers on the floor and picks one of them up. We're gonna play GTA GTA, Glorious Devil's Avarice. How have you not heard of that? Oh, the kids down the street I grew up on had one of those games. I watched them play it, the Sintown one, I think. Yeah, that's the old one. 5's cooler. It's got way better graphics. How do you play? It's single player. You just watch. Wow, what fun. How long am I going to be stuck here hanging out with them? Death turns the console on and boots up the game. The graphics really are better than Sintown's. In GTA, you play as a devil girl named Lucy. She's like if Lucifer were a sexy lady. It's a raunchy game that appeals to edgy preteens and middle schoolers. In the case of my childhood friends, their parents didn't seem to understand the rating system and bought it out of ignorance. There's the main story mode, but I think most people play the game for the sandbox aspect. You can pick up guns and steal cars and kill people. It takes place in hell, so I guess you're killing other sinners? I don't think it's the kind of game with deep lore attached to it.